Today, we talk about...
You mentioned the whole fame thing. You grew up wanting to be famous, but you also want to be respected. You don't want just empty fame. I'm totally on board with that. And my opinion has always been this. I want to be famous, but knowing myself and knowing my ethics, it's like, I know I don't want to be famous for the empty reasons. I know I don't want empty fame like, hey, look at I don't want to buy subscribers and Instagram followers. Right. Look at the numbers. I've got 1 million followers. It's like, does the number really mean anything? Do you really, or are you really after the number? No, you're after the genuine connection with people. Are people truly drawn to you, your message, and what you contribute to society? So the way I see it is, okay, my goal is to be famous, but my understanding is, for me to become famous, I would have to contribute a certain thing to society to get there.
Yeah, something of value. I mean, listen, for me, it's I want to entertain people. So, like, if you're not entertained, or if you're not, laughing, or then what the fuck am I doing? Then I might as well not be famous.
Right.
Like, I do think, like, listen, say what you want about like Hollywood actors, like, oh, look, they're douchey or this, and they are, but they have earned that level of fame. They do an amazing fucking thing, which is act on screen, and they're in movies, and so, like, yes, like, but like, the most important part of that is that they give you entertainment.
Right.
You go to the movies and you enjoy watching them.
Yeah.
So that when you look at them, you're like, that is the guy who was in that movie that entertained me. So, as stupid as it might sound, they've given value.
Right. Because a lot of people would argue, I remember back in high school, people would, listen, for those of you that are going to become doctors, I feel bad that, baseball players get paid more than you. I think you guys save lives, you guys should get paid more. Right. And at the time, I was thinking, I want to be a doctor, and fuck, baseball players should get paid more than me. Right. But then I get older, and I'm just like, dude, there's a bajillion doctors. Right. There's one Derek Jeter.
Right. Right.
You know what I mean? And Derek Jeter has offered so much more to so many more people than I as an individual. Maybe doctors as a whole are way more important, right? But me as an individual, compared to Derek Jeter as an individual, I can't hold a candle to how much impact he's had on humanity compared to the impact I've had.
Right.
Or will ever have.
One of my clients works in hospice, right? And that's not a fun place to be. I mean, you're literally watching people die. And, he's had celebrities come in to basically pay visits to people. And you watch these people's faces light up, and you're like, this guy who can potentially, this guy being my client, who can potentially save this person's life, but basically couldn't.
Right.
Doesn't hold a candle to this guy who's not going to save his life, but is going to bring a smile to his face.
Yeah.
And that's when you see where the difference is.
Yeah.
Because, listen, I hate to break to you guys, we're all going to die. People like him can only increase, like, the amount of days that you have.
Oh, dude, I could go off on a 30 tangents about this, but we won't.
Right. But in terms of quality of life, like how you enjoy your time while you're here, like that to me is the most important thing.
I didn't appreciate this until very recently. Because again, I grew up in a math science background, went to medical school, blah, 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 blah. So once I started entering the creative worlds with YouTube and everything else, it only then opened my mind, like, holy shit, man, this whole realm of like entertaining people is not just a silly endeavor. It's like, people need to be entertained. Like, entertainment is a life value you need to add to people's lives, especially as humanity as a creature becomes more and more secure in terms of not worrying about lions chasing them and dying of starvation, which unfortunately still people suffer from that. But at least in this country, right, there's so many people that are doing, quote, so well compared to how the mass majority of human beings were doing in the Middle Ages or beyond, where it's like, now we are so comfortable, we need to be entertained to occupy our minds, or else we're literally going to go fucking nuts.
Yeah.
So people who offer that entertainment value need to be respected and revered in some respects. Like, yo, you legit offer a service.
But I think even one step further, I think people who bring laughter, like laughter is...
Oh, dude, yeah.
Because
we're on the same page on that.
Yeah. I mean, but like, and I've seen, like, I had said earlier with my grandmother, she was a very hard egg to crack, but like when I got her to laugh, I was like, yes, I did it.
That was probably the best feeling you've ever had.
By the way, that was like, that was like killing. That was for me, like, I've killed on stage once. That didn't hold a candle to me making my grandmother laugh. But that's what it is, because you're like
impact.
It's impact, right? And you know that, like, listen, she's probably difficult for her own personal reasons. She probably likes to do like Cordell does drama because she's insecure. Whatever demons are in her brain, for that 1 second she can let out and just belly laugh. It feels good to make someone do that, you know. And I think like that's why I love comedy, because you're sitting in my audience. I don't give a fuck what you're political. I don't care about that. What I care is that you're there. You maybe had a bad day. You maybe had a good day. Maybe you're on a date. Whatever it is. But you're coming here and you're watching and you're just being silly.
Right.
There's nothing serious happening on stage. Like